because it's probably something that'll be useful to do. Week 13. Oh no. Why have you got a brush? Right, Lady Lena. Pleasure to meet you, Your Grace. My biggest condolences about Talus, although I didn't like him at all. Inmate Lurs has explained your situation to me. I believe I can help. For something in return, of course. You see, you have something I want to give to my son. Someone, actually. I would like your daughter, Asalia, to marry him. I believe this would greatly strengthen our relationship for years to come, and as a start, I would lend you my army. 300 fully equipped and trained, all ready to stand against Rodovia. And along with the men, 4 gold and 5 supplies. What do you say? That is a fair agreement. These times, Kref, we should support each other. Let us celebrate once Rodovia is defeated. Oh, that's wonderful. I'll get my little boy ready. I'd say, but just make sure Asalia is wearing something more elegant than an old curtain. Oh, and as for Rodovia, my men will join you in the battle as promised, Your Grace. Yeah. Oh, Pietro's back. Okay. Hey, you! You've really gone overboard this time. I know it was you. Now everything is clear. Sit in the woods waiting for 3 weeks, but now I know. I didn't do anything. I haven't left the castle at all. You can ask Audrey here. That's true, sir. Whatever you're seeing is just in your imagination. But how can I make sure you're not lying to me? You should really watch what you're saying. You can't just accuse the king of lying. Can't you? Flippin' Ivo and his mates did. Oh, of course. I better go in that case. Maybe I saw someone else. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? What are you doing with this brush? Mother made me sweep all the corridors. Why? What did you do this time? Nothing. Tell me what you did. Nothing, I swear. Your mother will tell me what you did if you won't. I'd better stop sweeping before she finds me. These pictures always bring me so much mess into the throne room. I'll never finish here. My name is Olivia, Your Grace. I come from the forest. I'm the leader of the cult of the trees in the western woods. I know I'm probably not welcome here, but you are my last hope, Your Grace. I've asked all the neighbouring villages for help, but they despise my god. In the middle of the forest, we have a sacred oak. Because of all the recent rains, the area around has flooded. A stream of water keeps running all over its roots. We've tried stopping the water, but we don't have the appropriate tools. Our people need this tree to pray to, Your Grace. Without it, they are depressed and scared. I can't bear to see them so helpless. Please help us. A worshipping oak? Are you praying to a tree? Your Grace, it's the tree of the god of thunder, symbol of love and life, filled with healing powers. Because when I think thunder, I think love and life and healing powers. Nothing bad can happen to this tree, Your Grace. Please, I beg you. I can give you money. I do not have a general. Yes. You should find someone in the market that you can hire. Thank you so much. I would say I wasn't expecting you to help us. I will make sure our people know about your good heart. Maybe the tree is going to be alright. Grace, a travelling merchant here. Selling rather exclusive wares if you're interested. Silk, perfumes, books, and decorations, whatever your royal soul might desire. Something tells you might be interested in far more delicate merchandise, though. I have a knack for these things, am I right? Tell me more. I'm listening. How fantastic! You see, I am something very precious here. Satisfaction for the most disillusioned of pleasure seekers. Some say it's a perfect cure for when you don't feel particularly inspired. Others may use it purely for recreation. It's very good generally if you're going through a bad spell, Your Grace. I have 1 pack of dust for just 7 pieces of gold. If you're tempted to grab another sack, I might throw it in for only 5. But 2 whole packs for 12 gold. If that's not a deal worthy of your royal bottom, then I don't know what it is. Well, your place is in my dungeons. I won't allow oracle dust in Davern. But there's nothing wrong with selling a few packets of sugar dust. What other pleasures were you thinking about? Oracle dust? I've never heard of it. How dare you lie to your king? My gods will take care of you at the exit. Right. So... and we're going to lose Atten, but that's fine. That's fine. Grego, I am looking at the hat, and that makes me think he might be more of a hunter type. So I'll invite him, and we can ask him about those bits and pieces. King Ivo greatly mourns the loss of his father. The funeral took place as soon as we arrived in Atana. Talis is sorely missed amongst the lords and advisors. Together with King Ivo, we prayed for justice for his father. They say he's in a better place now. The journey home helped King Ivo clear his head, and he realised that as King of Davern, you didn't have anything to do with poisoning his father. Although you and King Ivo didn't part in the friendliest manner, King Ivo wishes to apologise for his words, but says that his advisors forced him to stand by his decision. Well, that's dumb. Who's king? King Ivo wishes to send you support, as his father promised, but his hands are tied until the royal trial is concluded. Counts on your quick investigation into the murder, which he believes will prove your innocence. Well, I mean, of course, if I'm doing it, still can't get used to that. Suppose no one imagined Ivo taking the throne so soon. It's good at least he knows I didn't poison Talis. We still need to convince his advisors and lords. They'll need to see the murderer before they support sending their whole army to help Davern. We will find the one responsible, I'm sure. Let's ask Glorsulia something else. Let's ask about herself. Ask Glorsulia how she is, what she does with her time. Tell her everyone is missing her. Very well, Your Grace, I will write a letter. We should anticipate a reply in a couple of weeks. Your Grace. Okay. Now, the General isn't around, so I can't bother him about that. Why can't we hire people, game? Why is the hiring not happening? What does Salia do? You made her sweep all the corridors in the castle? Must have been serious. She's behaving worse and worse as she grows up. She convinced one of our servants to practice sword fighting. It didn't end well. The servant ended up with a huge cut on his cheek. You shouldn't let her play with swords, Eric. I know I shouldn't have, but I feel that if I'd said no, she'd still do it in secret. We need to pay more attention to her, especially now Luli is not here. What do you think about finding a Salia a prince? Lady Alina came to me with a proposition. Salia? She's still young. I thought we wouldn't have to think about it until after the battle. I know, but we're in a very difficult situation. I'm not sure if I can prove my innocence during the royal trial. And if I can't, we'll need as much help as we can from other lords. We've already given away one of our daughters to get help in this battle. Who shouldn't have been sent away? I'm very, very annoyed by that, because as king, I would have refused to set... Like, as the king, you then go, okay, the marriage is off. It doesn't matter that you've gone through all the hoopla and everything. It's now annulled. I'm now, as king, annulling the marriage. That's it. Or I'm talking to whoever led the service. Like, actually, no, they're not keeping up their side of the bargain. How can we be sure that they'd be a good husband and good king? Good... Sorry. That's going to annoy me for the rest of this session. It's not how I imagine finding husbands for daughters. This has been a very difficult decision. There is no other choice. Is there really no other way? I don't think so. Lady Lena doesn't live far away. At least we'll be able to see Asalia often. Should I start preparing for another wedding? No, honey. We'll deal with all the preparations after the battle. I hope everything will work out well. Oh, the dungeon. Oh, you're here. I hope this place, please let me know. I didn't know your grace disproved of the dust. I thought it was just like any other consumer product. People get sick. Everyone who sells dust in Davern will be imprisoned. You'll stay here until Lord Lurs arrives. Okay. No. Okay. So, we now call him, but I thought we wanted to break up the place. Which I can't do until the general comes back. I don't want to ask him about the letter anyway. I want to hold on to the stables. Until that's done. Because I'm worried about my cash flow now. Maybe that's why it's not letting me hire a new person. Hello. The craft will flourish, no man can stop. In the middle of the night we shall meet, for the dust spreads fastest in the sandstorm. Can you make any sense of it, Audrey? I'm afraid just as much as you, your grace. Something tells me it's to do with oracle dust, though. We should pass this on to Lurs or Etten. It's your call, Grace. Grace, I found the bandits. They were quite the bunch, drinking away in the forest nearby. Let the villagers deal with them. I'm ready for our next orders. Let's hope this doesn't happen again. Right. Before I get tempted to send him off to something, let's go and ask him about the letter. Grace, have a look at this letter. Found this in the gods. It's a unique decoration. Do you recognize it? I've never seen such elegant writing either. I can ask around to see if anyone in the village knows anything. Do you want me to? Yes, we need to get that done. Don't mention it's about Talis' death. We don't want anyone to find out we have a lead. Come see me in the throne room if you find anything. Yes, Your Grace. Keep up the good work. Okay, this could go badly if I don't have the general. Oh well, I may have to say no to things. I probably should say no more. You sent a pigeon for me? I have. Welcome to our castle. Assume you've heard about our upcoming battle with Redovia? I have, of course. Otherwise I would not be here. I want to help, so here's my deal. I pride myself in my knowledge of art. My collection of paintings is the biggest in the kingdom. I own paintings by the most prestigious artists. Get to the point. Silek van Gogh, Manovsky, Pizach. You get the idea. I've heard recently you hold a very valuable painting. Be perfect for my collection. The Stork by Silvek van Gogh. I am. Don't say anything yet. You haven't heard the rest of my deal. I can offer you 80 well-trained men, 3 supplies. That painting must mean a lot to you. Of course it does. It needs to vanish from this castle. I mean, it'll look better in my gallery alongside the others. I imagine the painting is hanging somewhere, so I'll give you time to take it down. That is, of course, if you agree to my deal. I'd like to pick it up personally, so invite me whenever you're ready. I shall think about it. Quite like this painting. It does look nice in the bedroom. I'll think about your offer. Of course, take your time. Send me a pigeon whenever you're ready to talk. Oh, I have a letter. Take a look at the drawings on this letter, Grigor. Can you tell me anything about them? These plants look like rowan trees. These trees grant protection from evil witches and their curses. Many kingdoms use these trees to build children's cradles. So a lord who wants protection against witches and curses probably wrote this letter. Thank you, Grigor. That is very useful information. Animal tooth? Found this in my wine cellar. Can you tell me about it? Do you have beasts in your dungeon, Eric? You'd better find a hunter to deal with this. That's why I called you, because you have a floofy hat with the feather and everything. Thank you for visiting. Goodbye, Your Grace. Right. I come from the tavern. The business was going so well, but lately I've had some troubles. It's all getting out of hand. The tavern became a great place for everyone to gather and have a good time, but some local pandas saw an opportunity to use this place to find customers. First it was fine, just some girls lurking around every now and then. Now the tavern has turned into a brothel. People are only visiting for the girls. Although my sales have gone through the roof, I've got to say, it attracts customers, but the pandas eventually took over my tavern. I don't understand. I think something went wrong with the dialogue there. That doesn't sound right. They cause all sorts of trouble, as you can imagine, Your Grace. Almost every week I have to deal with these disrespectful, violent men. I'm scared they will soon take over the tavern completely, leaving me with nothing. On the other hand, if I kick them out, they will just relocate to another pub. I'll lose all my customers and we'll have to close down. I don't know. It's... Kick them out, we possibly lose everyone. Should be happy with the extra money. Thing is, we do need the money. Yeah, happy with the extra money. If you throw these people out, you'll risk having to close down your tavern. You should try to work with them so you can both profit. It's a good point, Your Grace, but these men are horrible. They really don't treat the women very well. I don't want to support them unless there is a way I can control the situation. Why don't you hire guards? They are very expensive. My sales did go up, but not nearly enough to cover full-time guards. I can't give you any more gold. I do not have the money, because that is just such an arbitrary amount. Our kingdom budget is very tight at the moment. Then what do I do, Your Grace? I don't want to say kick them out. Come back another time. Until my resources are limited at the moment. It's fine, I will come back in 2 weeks' time. I assume I will not have the same option then. Your Grace, one of the nearby lords has committed suicide. I believe it was Pietro. He jumped down from a bridge into the river. Some children found him floating past a village. They got quite scared. He left this note. I'm deeply sorry. Let his family know they can count on us if they need anything. He didn't have anyone, Your Grace. Thank you for the information. I get to take all his stuff as king then. It's a note from Pietro. It reads, I don't know who it was that kept following me, and I cannot take living in fear anymore. I hope you are happy now that I'm gone, whoever you are. It's terrible. I wish we would have helped him. There weren't really any options to help him, were there? I think unless throwing him in prison. Right. Your Grace, I come with a special request. To turn Stabber into Prince, I need to lift his curse. I've researched more into it. I think you're the youngest one of us who can read, said Arnie. She's also the youngest one in general, so it doesn't matter. Well, I made Danica read it to me. I already love him as hard as I can. I squish and tickle his tummy all the time. But now I just need to make him rich. May I please request 1 piece of gold? I'll pay it back, I promise. Piece of gold to make the hedgehog rich. Yes, go on. Don't lose it. Thank you, Father. Your efforts will not be forgotten. I also need to find a black rooster with a saddle. Do you know where I can find one? I honestly don't know. That's fine, my king. I shall find one myself. Right. Well, we want to go and call... Sometimes lords are busy and won't be able to invite them to the throne room. This will be shown with a red arrow next to the lord's profile. Ah, so that's just... He's not available to call. It's that awkward kind of... Do I bring in lures? Or do I bring in someone else who might be a hunter? I think lures, bring him. Because the supplies will be good. Okay, so there's nothing else. Actually, no, let's look at the council room. Council chamber. What have we found? Yes, let's have a look. Lord Grave says the trees on the letters are Rowan trees. Oh, so this is... So that's seeking expert, that's seeking expert, and that's question suspects. Okay. Yes, Rowan trees. Okay. Oh, I have a lot more money now. That's nice. So, I think I will wait. These are just one-offs, though, aren't they? I think, or are they every single time? No, they're every single time because I didn't get her this time, did I? Yeah, so that must be over time. Okay, so that's actually quite nice. I think I will wait though. Grevno, week 15. Hello. Derek, I hear that I'm already too late to marry your daughter. We had some struggles, but we will be ready within 14 weeks. I believe we can explore other options, and I hope you'll keep to your promise. They will come to get another daughter. 14 weeks? That's too soon. We need to gather an army. We need to make alliances and hope Ivo will help us. 14. Okay. You were awake. Gave us all a big fright indeed. I had a strange dream. Rodovia threatened they would take our daughters. Talis was dead and we had no army to defend ourselves against Rodovia. And if that wasn't enough, they claimed to be only 14 weeks travel away. You may want to stay in bed. That was not a dream. Audrey showed me the letter. Seems Rodovia is after our daughters. Do not just say you're worrying too much. If you were younger, it wouldn't be too much of a concern, but at your age, you're... What do you mean, my age? How old is this guy? You need to keep calm, everything will be fine. You still have work to do. That is such a... Why? What's the point of that? Other than saying, lol, your guy is old. I hope you're fine. I'm feeling a little better, yes. Did anything happen while I was gone? No, everything's the same. So what's the point? About the letter, we need to focus on gathering as many allies as possible in the next weeks. Invite lords and see how we can make alliances with them. While we are doing that, we should also focus on these evidence items for the royal trial. Question lords, see if any of these things lead us to the killer. I don't mean to cause you stress, but we only have 14 weeks, of course. I agree we shouldn't get distracted with petty matters. Let's get to it.